It is a kickoff, after all, to Fashion Week in New York City. For the next 7 days, the spotlight is going to be on our runways. The biggest designers in the world are here to show off their spring 2016 collections. And you know, we're going to be covering all the big events out there. Well, to kick off Fashion Week, we've got a really special guest with us tonight. Bello Sanchez is a most well-known androgynous model on television. Also a top 14 finalist from the current season of America's Next Top Model, seen right here on PIX11. And I just think I could just stare into your eyes for the next 2.5 minutes, and that's all I need to do.
Are you kidding me? Look who's talking. Can we zoom in on that?
Zoom in on yours. Are piercing beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk. Congratulations, and first of all, welcome to New York. You have a really incredible story, though. At the age of 19, you went to Los Angeles with $100 and dreams and hopes, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about your story.
Well, I had $100 and I came to Los Angeles. Actually, I had $200, but the taxi driver took $100 from me immediately, and I had nowhere to stay at. And I literally ended up on Skid Row. I said, take me to the cheapest place where I could be at, and that's where I ended up.
How did you survive?
Well, you know, I knocked on people's door and looked for a for rent sign, and I kept knocking, and I said, I only have $100, but if you could please give me a chance. Somebody finally opened up to me, and they allowed me to be there in their home with $100.
And you've done so much, and you really are changing the face of androgyny. Talk a little bit about that. What has that been like for you as you're going out there and you're national and global now?
Oh my gosh, well, as a male model, we're kind of the puppets, you know, as the second to the female model. So it's good that I'm able to compete with not just the male models, but the females. And it's a perfect time. It's the perfect day and age. It's the perfect opportunity to be able to do that with everything that's going around.
Everything going on, talking about Caitlyn Jenner and people being accepting. Do you feel that now versus maybe years ago?
Yeah, I mean, there's still moments where it's a little uncomfortable.
Okay. How so?
I mean, some people traditionally still, especially I'm Latino, so it's still not fully accepted in that community.
All right.
But no, growing up, it was a lot harder and a lot more difficult. I mean, I could not look like this 10 years ago. It wasn't an option.
Wow. You know, there's just so many people that seem like they're models, not actual models. We're talking about the Kardashians and Jenners. Social media makes so many people famous.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I don't come from a last name, so I had to wait for hours.
I like the way you say that. You don't come from a last name.
Yeah, I don't. So I honestly had to start from the bottom up. But I mean, more power to them. You know, if that's what they do, then great for them. But I have to work a little bit harder, just as much.
What is your hope? What is your dream?
I want to be on covers. I want to act. I want to maybe do a little bit of interviewing. I want to do everything as much as I possibly can. But you'll be seeing me in acting pretty soon. I
have a feeling we will. We'll be seeing. We'll recognize those eyes. There's no question about that. A lot of people ask you whether or not your eyes are real, huh? Mm-hmm. And
they're real. There's a lot of speculation, but Tyra confirmed it on the show. She confirms it on another interview, so they're real.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to see you here in New York for Fashion Week.
Will be seeing
Don't know where you're walking yet, right? But you're going to tell us.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys.
Okay, Bello Sanchez, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you spending your time with us when you hit the Big Apple. All right, from the runway to, I guess, somebody we're not going to be seeing on the runway, Scott's up next. Hi, Scott.